Right, Shalom, all praises to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, and double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, Bashem Rakak Wadash. My name is Chicago from Plain Tables Camp in Philly. Now, this is something along the lines of feminism will die, or something along those lines. Basically, a rebuke against the mindset of the majority of women in our nation. This is the time of Jacob's trouble. The time of Jacob's trouble will totally break the spirit of every proud woman. All right. It's going to break the spirit of proud men, but more so the women, because men, they're either going to be broken and, run to the system for help. Get their wits about them, and fight against whatever force is coming at them, or assemble into groups, that they think they have the truth. But women, on the other hand, they're immediately going to understand that they're women again in that day. In that day, the pride of women is going to go out the window. All right. This is Jeremiah 30th chapter, which speaks about the time of Jacob's trouble. Now, when you're searching for Jacob's trouble, you have to put an apostrophe. I think yes, apostrophe S, and it'll come up. So when you're searching for it, put Jacob and then apostrophe S and then trouble, and it'll come up. All right. Or you can put for that day is great. All right. So we start up here and it says 30 and 5, Jeremiah, for thus saith the Lord, we have heard a voice of trembling, of fear, and not of peace. All right. You have people prophesying that there's going to be peace, that you're just going to vanish into thin air and be raptured, and you're going to go through no tribulation. That's a lie. All right. And remember, the woman is the weaker vessel. She claims to be, strong and independent, but we know it's just an act. All right. It's an act because they're under a curse. They have a mental illness that makes them believe that they can do everything by themselves, which is really, it's just a front. They don't actually believe that. As ye now, and ask ye now, and see whether a man doth travail with child. Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins as a woman in travail, and all faces are turned into paleness. Now listen what Yahushua just said to Jeremiah. It said 30 and 4. And these are the words that Yahweh spake concerning Israel and Judah. Now, if a man is going to be in this much pain, imagine how much more pain a woman's going to be in during the time of martial law, summary executions. Remember, the goal of the New World Order is to complete control. It's not going to be business as usual. You just got to implant that mark beast. All right? It's going to be, the system is for totalitarian control. All right. So if you take that mark, you pretty much going into slavery. Esau's going to have you in slavery. When you read those executive orders, it talks about organizing people in the work brigades, having control of all resources. It's going to be bad. This is what Esau wants to fully roll out, but he ain't going to be able to establish everything. He's only going to be able to get to a certain point. And when you get that mark, you under complete leadership and governance of the Esau, the so-called white man. All right. It says so the sixth verse. Ask ye now, see whether doth a man travail with child. All right. So imagine a woman going through labor pains. All right. But a man's going through it. That's how torturous this New World Order is going to be. And that's a man. How much more a woman, the weaker vessel, that can't even reach the top shelf, You can't carry a 5-gallon water jug across a parking lot. All right. Imagine how much pain the weaker vessel is going to be in, the woman. All right. So in that day, the independent mindset, you a bad bee and all that's going to go right out the window. 30:7. Alas, for the day is great, so that none is like it. This is why we're putting so much of an emphasis on it, because there's not going to be a day like this after, nor there was a day like this before. So this is a very unique time period. All right. Worse than the Assyrian captivity. All right. When you look up artwork on that, you had Israelites being filleted, being impaled on stakes, walking into slavery with their heads down, with their bags on their back. It's going to be worse than that. For the day is great, so that none is like it. It's going to be worse than the Assyrian captivity. That was the worst time I think we've ever experienced with the Assyrian captivity. In 70 AD. All right. That's great. I like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. Now the elect are going to be saved. All right, because you got a real evil judgment for 2/3 of Israel, for all the disobedient, for the rebels. The Lord has a very what we just read it up there. Whether a man doeth travail with child, that's what the 2/3 of Israel and the Israelites that are scattered, that are not of the elect, are going to receive. They're going to receive that punishment. All right. All right, I'm going to leave that there. The elect are going to be delivered. All right, so hopefully Yahushua rots out. I and my brothers of the elect, and the women that are rehearsing the righteous acts, which means to serve your husband, keep dietary laws, high holy days. That's to worship no other God, have no other God before Yahushua, Yahweh. All right. This is 2 Corinthians 11 and I think it was 3. But I fear lest by any means, as the serpent beguiled Eve through his subtlety, so your minds should be corrupt from the simplicity that is in Hamashiach, or Mashiach, which is the anointed, which is referring to our Lord and Savior, Yahushua. All right? And what happened here? I believe in Genesis 3rd chapter, the weaker vessel, the woman, Eve, was deceived, and she believed the serpent is the spirit of the Edomites. She believed what Esau said, that you were going to be a god, pretty much. I think that's what it said. That she's going to make her a god. Let me see. Let me look that up. Got Genesis. Open up another tab, so I don't lose this page. Genesis 3. Genesis 3:1. Now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field which Yahweh God had made, and he said unto the woman, hath the power said, ye shall not eat of every tree of the garden? And the woman said unto the serpent, we may eat of the fruits of the trees of the garden, which is the trees of the garden was the other nations, what they were governed by, the knowledge of evil. All right. And the woman said unto the serpent, we may eat of the fruits of the trees of the garden, but of the fruit of the tree which is in the midst of the garden, the power has said, ye shall not eat of it, neither shall ye touch it, lest ye die. All right. Which was the knowledge of evil. All right. And the serpent said unto the woman, ye shall not surely die, for the power knoweth that in the day that ye eat thereof, then your eyes shall be opened, and ye shall be as gods, knowing good and evil. So he was right on that, be as God. So Eve saw that power to be as a god, to be higher than she was, because our women are our servants. So this is why women don't want to be servants, is because Eve was promised to be a god by the serpent. This is why these women, especially the black woman, calls herself God. All right. And you got, these black conscious dudes that really facilitate that shit, calling them gods. All right. And they don't call the so-called black man a god. They always elevate the woman first. And that's what permeates through the psyche when you hear, because the woman is God, the black woman is a queen. All right. And then when you question them, then the black man's a god. All right. But you only said that after we had to question you. All right. I rarely hear them say the so-called black man is a god. It's always the woman is a queen and a god. That's what permeates throughout their psyche. So the woman, all women, but who's the main woman in charge? Just the black woman, right? She has the loudest mouth and the most attitude. Ye shall be as gods, knowing good and evil. So she wanted to be a god. All right. What's this? Yeah. Says God. That's what she wanted. She wanted to be a god. She wanted to be over Adam. Elohim, a god, an angel, God like one. All right, a god like one. So Eve wanted to be a god. All right. For the Most High doth know that in the day ye eat thereof, then your eyes shall be opened, and ye shall be as gods, knowing the good and evil. All right. So Eve, the woman, she knows how to be evil. That's why she knows how to, get under your skin, to emasculate you, so she can be in charge. All right. So that's where that comes from. It's not. It didn't start with feminism. Feminism just facilitated it and helped them break the bonds of the law that was established by man. That they could, women didn't really hold certain positions and jobs, but now Esau helped facilitate it, so they could express the deal that the women had with the devil. All right, and he did that through the laws. They pretty much became emancipated from under their husbands. Now they're under the state. The state protects the woman now. That's why if you knock the shit out of them, the cops will come and lock you up. All right. But before, if you slap the shit out of them, they weren't really in your business like that. All right. And that proves that we don't, our women are not our possessions anymore. The state owns the woman now. All right. So we can't discipline our family in the way that we're supposed to. Right? If I yell too loud, if we get into a shoveling match, you could possibly go to jail. Especially if you don't got no evidence. Always had that evidence, brothers. Always had that evidence. All right. All right. Miss. All right. Beguiled, that's what I wanted to look up. Beguiled. Where is it at? Beguiled. We got exapatao. Exapatao, which means to deceive, to seduce, to beguile, to deceive. So this is what the serpent did to Eve, to the woman. All right, and his curse fell on all the women. that they were going to believe in their mind that they could do anything a man could do. And remember, this was facilitated by the serpent in these modern times in the 1900s. All right, whatever they were, emancipated from under their husbands to the state. Seduce. I think I look up seduce. We have, first one says entice someone into sexual activity, which they became sexually liberated. Attract someone to a belief or into a source of action that is inadvisable or foolhardy. That's every mindset that's rebellious against the authority of her husband. All right. That's it. Attract someone, or in this case, referring to the women, attract women to a belief or into a course of action that is inadvisable or foolhardy. All right, going out there on your own. Because remember, when you're out there on your own, you're really out there on your own. All right. Right now, they have a artificial kind of it's being propped up by the system, by the state. As soon as that state fails, they're gonna be running back to what they think is going to help them. And for the elect lady, it's going to be the elect Israelite man. Now, for 2/3 and the rest of Israel scattered, the Lord is going to destroy them by various means, via that implant, famines, disease, summary execution, because Esau wants to establish his new world order. So there's going to be a lot of dead people. All right. So the Lord even taught that there was going to be a time of great trouble for women. Luke 23:28. Remember, the woman's the weaker vessel. All right. And if they're not under the protection of their husband, they're going to the Lord said, Luke 23:28. Say over here, 23:27. And there followed him a great company of people and of women, which also bewailed and lamented him. Luke 23:28. But Yahushua turned unto them, said, daughters of Jerusalem. These are the Israelite women. Weep not for me, but weep for yourselves and for your children. All right. So he's about to give a lesson here. For behold, the days are coming in which they shall say, blessed are the barren and the wombs that never bear and the paps which never gave suck. Here's the point. Then shall they begin to say to the mountains, fall on us, and to the hills, cover us. Yeah, hide. They don't want to hide from the wrath of the Edomites. For if they do these things in a green tree to the Lord, what shall be done in the dry? All right. So, and the Lord is the green tree. Right? And the dry is or the Israelites that don't have the truth, the dry. All right, if I'm not mistaken. All right, for if they do these things in a green tree, what shall be done in the dry? All right. So moving on. Oh, wait a minute. Let's hear a statement of, let's say, the overall mindset of these women that are pretty much being ran by Satan, being governed by Satan.
I'm chilling. What up?
Hey.
Oh, this shit style right here.
Yeah, that's exactly what I like, what I need.
Why you was just acting like that out there?
What you mean?
Like you was acting like you ain't even want to even let me know what your name was. Oh, I'm not interested.
Like,
what don't you hear that?
I'm not making it easy for no nigga. Like, I'm not. So
what changed?
All right, you hear that? I'm not making it easy for no nigga. Basically, all right. I don't need to break that down. I mean, go into the intricate details of how demonic that statement is, and how, see, because your father's actually supposed to find your husband. Your mom and your dad is supposed to find you a husband. So these women are pretty much on their own to find competent men, and they don't know what the fuck they're doing. So let's hear that again.
Exactly what I like, what I need.
Why you was just acting like that out there?
What you mean?
Like you was acting like you didn't even want to even let me know what your name was, or I'm not interested.
Like,
What don't you
I'm
hear that? You was
I'm
getting
not
mad?
making it easy for no nigga. Like, I'm not.
Okay, not making it easy for the melanated brothers. All right, that's cool. All right, no problem. This is 1 Peter 4:18, and if the righteous scarcely be saved, where shall the ungodly and the sinner appear? All right. It says, wherefore let them that suffer according to the will of the power commit and the keeping of their souls to him in well doing, as unto a faithful creator. Yeah, commit to Yahushua. All right, everybody has their roles to do. Do your proper roles. All right, and we'll bring her back up because she knows what she wants. She's clear-minded. They're in the Lamborghini. It's one of them, prank videos. They're in a Lamborghini SUV. Now, where is that Cam Newton thing at? Cam Newton. All right, Cam. Killer Cam. There we go. So we got Isaiah 32 on deck. All right. Cam Newton made the comments about women pretty much not knowing when to shut. Well, he's talking about the black woman. All right, but all women really, but who's the most dominant, right? And they've earned that title 10 times over. So I'm not talking out of turn when I'm saying that. A title has been earned, and it is not a stereotype. That's that's exaggerated and untrue. All right. So mute my mic.
Seven, let's talk about what's trending on social media. And this morning it is Cam Newton and his comments about women on a recent podcast called $1 Million Worth of Game. So
remember, this is mainly talking about black women. All right. I know he said women, but we know that most black men are going to be with black women. So we know he's talking about a black woman. All right. But all women in general. All right.
it all started by him talking about his childhood, how his parents are married for nearly 40 years. He grew up in a three-parent household, mother, father, grandmother. And then it segued to him talking about his views on women today. And he said, a woman for me is handling your own, but knowing how to cater to a man's needs. So the people on the podcast
cater to a man's needs, which a man's needs, well, a woman is a servant. All right, so a man's needs would be cooking meals, cleaning the house, pleasing your man, sexually, buying groceries, that's the taking care of the children, laundry. As a servant, these are things that servants are supposed to be doing. Of course, this woman here, she ain't doing that shit, and that's okay. Not asking you to. I'm just saying what the Lord requires of the elect lady. She's obviously not speculating. She's not of the elect. She's career oriented. She's proud, and I will say this. And for the clip, she was trying to be fair and balanced, because she brought up other comments also that were supporting Cam Newton's statements. So I'll give her that. That was fair. Normally, you don't see black women giving you a fair shake. You kind of just telling you what to do, and which is out of order. Unless a woman has expert knowledge on something, she shouldn't be telling you shit. All right.
Wanted him to further explain himself, and he said women nowadays consider themselves as bad chicks, sort to say. And he went on to say that means you really can't cook, you don't know how to allow a man to lead, and you don't know how to be quiet. So of course these comments on this podcast take it.
Okay, right. So we can deal with this. Now, where are all these men getting this stuff from? Because before they were basically simps. I believe that means someone idolizing mediocre pussy. But now it seems like everybody, all these men, all of a sudden are waking up to these women's bullshit. You can't cook, which, in my opinion, what that means is she won't cook for you. She won't cook for you. And in certain instances, yeah, she can't cook. But I'm saying more so she won't cook for you because she looks as you as beneath her. All right. And he says, you don't know how to allow a man to lead. I mean, I already went over this pact that the woman has with Satan. All right. You don't know how to be quiet. That's 95% referring to the black and Latino woman right there. All right. Especially the black woman. All right, so I don't need to really explain that one. Her mouth is notorious around the whole world. Now we can go there. Right there. I'll mute the mic.
Podcast taking Twitter, social media in all by storm. So many people commenting, a lot of comments I could not put on this slideshow right here. But I will say some people are saying everyone should learn how to cook. Cooking is not a gender assigned responsibility. I mean, what woman wants a man that has to be babied and catered to? And then other people are saying, Cam Newton said, nothing wrong. I'm so tired of y'all condemning other folks and calling it outdated because they can't cook and won't let a man lead. So different opinions about what he said, Ben and Sarah, but a lot of people are focusing on his comments about women. But in the podcast, he did talk about men babied and catered to. And then other people are saying, Cam Newton said, nothing wrong. I'm so tired of y'all condemning other folks. So many people commenting, a lot of comments I could not put on this slideshow right here. But I will say some people are saying everyone should learn how to cook. Cooking is not a gender assigned responsibility.
And that's a black woman that made that statement. Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, because that's exactly what a woman would say, because she's trying, the black woman, she's trying to delegate to you instruction. All right. Which that's out of order. You ain't supposed to be telling a man to do shit. Like I said, unless you're an expert on something, that's the only way you should be putting forth a suggestion. Because you have so much knowledge, and when you say it, it's going to work. All right. So your man will consider whatever suggestion you put forth. All right. Gender assign. Well, again, you're under the authority of your husband. So your husband is what we at 28 minutes. Your husband delegates task for the household, and then when y'all get together, it pretty much it shouldn't be a bunch of words going back and forth. You have your tasks to do, you just do them. Your husband has his task to do, you just do it. It doesn't have to be like a negotiation or a debate. All right, you should already know what to do and do it. Shouldn't have to tell you every day, oh, do this, do that, do this, do that. No, you wake up and just do your chores. All right.
I mean, what woman wants a man that has to be babied and catered to? And then other people are saying,
he said, what woman wants a man that has to be babied and catered to? That's just shaming language, basically. It's because the woman believe, because Satan said so, that you are God. It says, for Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, or in this case, Yahweh, doth know that in the day ye eat thereof, then your eyes shall be opened, and ye shall be as gods. All right. So this is one part of the curse, because you could say, well, it's referring to both of them, right? Yeah. Ye shall be as gods, knowing good and evil. And you're right. However, we're also under the curse of Deuteronomy 28th chapter. Right? And remember, Esau, his plan is to separate men from women so we can come in for the kill, to destroy us. All right? And he's doing a great job. However, the Lord's elect are coming together. So we understand the game that's being played. All right. Now, 2/3 of you are going to continue to destroy each other. And that's good for you. All right. So we're not ignorant of Satan's devices. Let me get that. It says, let me open up another tab. This video is going to be kind of long. Sorry, 31 minutes. We're not ignorant. Satan's devices. This is referring to, I think, the brotherhood. So, reaffirm your love. All right. So this goes hand in hand with Satan causing the woman to go off, and then a woman causing the men to go off. If we continue to go off, then we can't be saved. This is why Yahweh Shai was manifest as our Savior, to bring us back to the body, bring us back to the Most High. Yahweh, to whom ye forgive anything, I forgive also. For if I forgave anything to whom I forgave it, for your sakes forgave I it in the person of Mashiach. All right, so forgiveness. So if you repent, come back to the knowledge of the faith, we forgive you, and we are forgiven. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. So what is his device? His device is to separate Israel from each other. That's one of his devices. That we hate each other, we continue to destroy each other. That's one of his great devices. They elevate the woman to God status over her husband. All right. Now she knows evil very well. And she knows good, really, too. But she's not practicing it. This package is here. Okay. Furthermore, all right, there we go. So the point has been made. We're not ignorant of his... since we're in the know now, Satan cannot get an advantage of us to know that we are to forgive each other. All right. To whom ye forgive anything, I forgive also. For if we forgave anything to whom I forgave it, for your sakes forgave I it in the person of Mashiach. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. All right. And this was one of the great devices here, to elevate the woman over the man. And ye shall be as gods, knowing good and evil. And that's how we know the woman has gotten above the man. Esau facilitating feminism. So he came back again and released the woman from under the protection and authority of her husband. All right. Let's finish this video out.
Instead, nothing wrong. I'm so tired of y'all condemning other folks and calling it outdated because they can't cook and won't let a man lead. So different opinions about what he said, Ben and Sarah, but a lot of people are focusing on his comments about women, but in the podcast, he did talk about men need to be men. So, but this is what is highlighted at this moment.
My man knows how to cook, and I'm so happy for it.
Okay, finger snap for that.
I wonder if he would say, you know, the opposite of what he said if he was asked further. Does he also think it's a man's job to cater to a woman?
No, the man, I don't know what he's thinking either, but according to how Yahushua set it up for his elect, all right, because the rest of you are going to be destroyed, it is not a man's job to cater to a woman. The man's job is to provide a safe environment, a home, and maintain a woman's necessities. That's a husband's job, not to cater to, because we know what he means by cater to. It means whatever the hell she wants, you just provide it. So if she wants nails, hair, feet, shopping once a week, that's catering to her. If she needs the necessities at the proper times, that's a man providing for his wife. But when you cater to a woman, that basically means she's spending up all your money. All right, that we do have. All right, we actually have the money. That's you know, certain women will say, "Why are you getting mad about spending money that you don't have?" I heard a woman say that. Well, that would be impossible. That would be lunacy. Yeah, brothers getting mad because we don't want to spend money on shit that you don't need. All right, and you're not in the say in service. All right, as a wife, as a servant. All right, so if you in service as a servant to your husband, then you'll get the necessities. All right, as Yahushua said, well, through Paul or Peter, he said we're pilgrims, meaning temporary inhabitants in this world, which is ran by Satan. All right, I got a few more scriptures, then I'll close the lesson out. Weep for yourselves, weep for your children. All right, and women, they don't look at us as future kings. They pretty much look at us as inadequate and insufficient. Behold, 32 Isaiah, a king shall reign in righteousness, and princes shall rule in judgment. Who are these princes? These are so-called black, Latino, and Native American men, and the men that are scattered abroad of the nation of Israel. These are the princes. So if you want to be in rulership, you better come in the service of these princes. Behold, a king shall reign in righteousness, which is Yahushua, and princes shall rule in judgment. These are the elect first of Israel, and then you have the rest of Israel after. They're going to be princes also. A man shall be a hiding place from the wind and a covert from the tempest, as rivers of water in a dry place, as the shadow of a great rock in a weary land. And it's a few words you can look up here. Well, I'm going to look up prince first. No, what was this word? That's coming up. Prince. We got prince. Leader. The head princes of religious offices. Those are the elect of Israel. The elect of the elect, because all Israel is elected because their name is Yashar-Allah. He's the prince of the power. But then you have the elect of the elect, all right, which are the 144,000 and the 1/3 of men. All right. Well, and women and children. All right. But I'm referring to the leadership, which would be the men. All right. For prince, for the word they're looking up here. All right. That's next. So trouble. Sorry, what was this one? Hiding place from the wind, the rakah. So in this context, hiding place from sorrow and trouble. All right. The wind here is referring to sorrow and trouble. Hiding place from sorrow and trouble. All right, so the woman's not going to get it on her own. She's going to get it through the protection of her husband. All right. Now, in extraordinary circumstances, the Lord will send, spirits, an angel to protect women, but we know how the Lord is going to converge to bring our nation together. He's going to use the Israelite man, all right? Because we are actually useful, all right? Despite what, move this out the way. Despite what, some the wicked women of our nation might say, all right? Or like energy, get your spirit. Samson, David. All right, now going down. It says, Isaiah 32:9, rise up, ye women that are at ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters. Give ear unto my speech. Many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women. For the vintage shall fail, and the gathering shall not come. The vintage, the gathering, that's the benefits that they receive. All right. Whatever welfare, child support that they receive is going to fail. All right. And remember, if you sell out and you go on along the lines of Esau, remember Esau, he can't be trusted. All right. He cannot be trusted. The devil is a liar and a father of it. All right, so if you run to Esau for the vintage and for the gathering, hey, you get what you get. Isaiah 32:11, tremble ye women that are at ease. Be troubled, ye careless ones. Strip you, make you bare, and gird sackcloth upon your loins. That are at ease. Now I looked up that word. We got Sha'anan, Sha'anan, or Shanan. Says secure. And what do women go to college for and get careers for, so they can be financially secure and independent, fixed or fastened so as not to give away, become loose, or be lost. All right. This is in a bad sense. It's a lot in a bad sense when you look this word up. So security, pride, arrogance. That's them. At ease, careless, wanton. Quiet, secure. At ease, secure. I think that's in a good sense. One at ease, free from misfortune. I believe that's in a good sense. At ease with collateral idea of careless, wanton, arrogant. Amos 6:1, Isaiah 32:9, which I'm at right here, and Zechariah and Psalms. So this is in the bad sense. Secure, quiet. Well, why do they have these careers? Why are they social workers and nurses? It's because they don't want to depend on a man for security. And because they have not been given away in marriage by their father or mother, because they're single mothers or whatever. So they have to go out and get it on their own to be secure. All right, so what's the prophecy say? Tremble, ye women that are at ease, that are secure. Be troubled, ye careless ones. Strip you and make you bare, and gird sackcloth upon your loins. They shall lament for the teats, for the pleasant field, for the fruitful vine. All right. So the benefits that they had before, whatever I'm not a woman, so woman, you know better than I do what benefits you get. The luxuries and double standards that you take part in, that's going to disappear. All right. Let's go back to the sound bite.
I'm chilling. What up?
Hey.
Oh, this shit style right here.
Yeah, that's exactly what I like, what I need.
Why you was just acting like that out there?
What you mean?
Like you was acting like You ain't even want to even let me know what your name was, or I'm not interested.
Like,
What don't you hear that?
I'm not making it easy for no nigga. Like, I'm not.
Hear that? That statement right there is the embodiment of arrogance and disrespect. And she can do bad all by herself, a host of things. You can type in what that statement meant or means. Let's go back. I'll let it play through. It's only a few more seconds.
I'm chilling. What up?
Hey.
Oh, this shit style right here.
Yeah, that's exactly what I like. What I need.
Why you was just acting like that out there?
What you mean?
Like you was acting like you ain't even want to even let me know what your name was, or I'm not interested.
Like,
what don't you hear that?
I'm not making it easy for no nigga. Like, I'm not.
So what changed?
What you mean? What changed?
What changed? Like, why you wanna?
You know what changed?
I don't know.
That money.
How you know I even got money though?
It looked like it.
What changed was the money, because he had a Lamborghini truck, a Lamborghini SUV. Says, all right. Luxuries, double standards that benefit women will be stripped. And you're going into slavery under the so-called white man when you take that mark. Remember, this system, the New World Order system, is not a system in which it's going to be like sunshine and it's going to be abundance of resources, going out to the club, twerking. That's security. It's trouble. Hiding place from trouble. That's what a man's going to be. A man's going to be a hiding place from sorrow and trouble. Or the elect man. So hope you with the right man, or you covered by the protection of the angels. All right. Right there. It's 47 minutes, so it should be done in under an hour. All right, Isaiah 59:19. So shall they fear the name of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the Spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard against him. All right, like a flood. All right. Now when you look up, where was that at? (32:2), a man shall be a hiding place from the wind and a covert from the tempest. All right, as a cover from what? The flood. A cover, hiding place, shelter, covering a hiding place from a flood of rain. So man's going to be a hiding place from the flood. And the prophecy is when the enemy shall come in like a flood, the Spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard against them. So the Israelite man is going to receive that spiritual power against the Edomites coming in like a storm, like a flood. To what? To destroy Israel, the time of Jacob's trouble. See how it all is linked together. All right, everything is linked together. All right, here's a curse. Deuteronomy 28:54. So the 54th verse is referring to the men going off, and then the 56th verse is referring to the women going off. All right. So that the man that is tender among you and the very delicate, his eyes shall be evil toward his brothers, That's the crime that we commit amongst each other. And toward the wife of his bosom, and toward the remnant of his children, which he shall leave. That's where you get, men getting the woman pregnant and saying fuck her and the children. All right. So that he will not give to any of them of the flesh of his children whom he shall eat. Which this happened during 70 AD, I believe, where the city was cut off, or cities were cut off, and it resorted to cannibalism, because he hath nothing left him in the siege, and in the straightness wherewith thy enemy shall stretch thee in all thy gates. All right, so you got like pieces of shit men that don't care about their wives, who they have sex with. They just, I don't need to explain that. That's been talked about so damn much. Men have just pretty much starting to speak up about this, the evil that's done against them, but we had to listen to, since Esau helped split the family up, since that time that we wasn't shit. All right. Deuteronomy 28 and 56. And in the last 20 years, 30 years, since YouTube, internet, that's when men's voices started to become more louder. All right. 2056, a tender and delicate women among you, which would not have ventured to set the sole of her foot upon the ground for delicateness and tenderness, her eye shall be evil toward the husband of her bosom, and toward the son, and toward her son, and toward her daughter. All right. Now the difference is that, women outwardly will announce that they only about material and the bag. Men will at least be, more modest about the fuck shit they on. At times, women are very vocal about, how they ain't doing shit. All right. So that was it there. And I have one more point. Heard about this a little while ago. It says, Will being humiliated. Let's just listen.
Last time at the Red Table, Will and I shared some very private truths about our relationship.
I was building a picture. I felt that money and winning made a good relationship.
Just like any couple who's been together for close to 25 years, we went through every emotion.
There was a period where mommy woke up and cried 45 days straight.
And one day our marriage came crashing down.
I was failing miserably.
I can't do this like this anymore. I think the turning point in our relationship for me happened when I turned 40. Mm-hmm. That's when I had a midlife crisis.
Yeah, your 40th birthday was my low point. The day after her 37th birthday, I hired a team to orchestrate her 40th birthday. I had hired a documentary team. I traced.
See how Will has to smile and not seem like he's being a threatened, angry man, but she gets to have a fucked up face and be displeased? This is because she's conquered his spirit, his soul. She's in charge, and that's against, the law of, our Yahweh and his son Yahweh Shai. The man is supposed to be the head. All right. Now notice that there's no issue when the woman's the head. Well, it is an issue because then she'll get rid of you eventually. But let's say there's no issue when the woman is in charge. But when the man is saying, well, I want to be in charge. Oh, that now it's the problem. Now we got to negotiate and be 50-50. All right. So the point is that 50-50 shit, the Lord is going to completely erase that 50-50 crap, or the 90-10, where the woman's in charge 90% and the man's in charge 10%. Yahweh Shai going to get rid of that during the time of Jacob's trouble. And we know women ain't going to act right until they have to get right. But he said niggas love to wait, niggas hate to hurry. All right. So in that time, the elect lady will be in her right mind, because the Lord is going to destroy Jada Pinkett Smith. The Lord is going to destroy Will Smith, his whole family, and every single woman that thinks like Jada Pinkett Smith, the Lord is going to destroy. They're going to die a grievous death. They're going to die in the famines. They're going to die in the insurrections. You're going to have that, proverbially speaking, tied to a pole in a damn cellar in a boiler room. And then the people that got you are going to have their way with you. All right. All because you would not submit to the authority of an elect man. Or if you don't have the elect man, to the law, the guidelines, the wise sayings of the Bible. Because you wouldn't submit to that, that's what's going to lead you into your destruction. All right. I think that's all I had. I went through all my scriptures, and we did it at almost an hour. All right. Let's bring it back to... So let's end it with this. 1 Corinthians 11. All right. It's as simple as this. Well, let me do that.
I'm chilling. What up?
Hey.
Oh, this shit style right here.
Yeah, that's exactly what I like, what I need.
Why you was just acting like that out there?
What you mean?
Like you was acting like you ain't even want to even let me know what your name was. Oh, I'm not interested.
Like,
what don't you hear that?
I'm not making it easy for no nigga. Like, I'm not. So.
There you go. I ain't making it easy for no nigga, and that's going to lead to your destruction. You're not making it easy. Let's say a woman's supposed to be a pillar of rest. See, I'm not delusional. Brothers, we're not delusional. Women, you're the ones that are delusional. You think you're going to get away scot-free. And everything going to be all right. We'll see. 1 Corinthians 11:1, be ye followers of me, even as I also am of Mashiach. Of Mashiach. Now I praise you, brethren, that ye remember me in all things and keep the ordinances as I deliver them to you. All right. So as you hear, you follow the instruction that's given. All right. But I would have you know that the head of every man is the Lord, and the head of the woman is the man. All right. I don't really need to break that down. So I end the lesson there. Hope you were edified. Shalom to the next lesson.
What's up? I'm chilling. What up?
Hey.
Oh, this shit style right here.
Yeah, that's exactly what I like, what I need.
Why you was just acting like that out there?
What you mean?
Like you was acting like you ain't even want to even let me know what your name was. Oh, I'm not interested.
Like,
what don't you hear that?
I'm not making it easy for no nigga. Like, I'm not. So
what changed?
What you mean what changed?
What changed? Like, why you want to?
You know what changed.
I don't know.
That money.
How you know I even got money, though?
It looked like it.
I got money, but you know what I'm saying? That's my money, though. You feel me? What I got to do with you?
For you to spend on me. You want me? You stop me right here in the middle of the street. You ain't got no money for me? I got bills, car payments, phone bill, water bill, telephone bill.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you something.
We don't care.
What that?
I mean, I got to get to know you a little bit, though. Like, who are you?
I told you I'm a mystery.
No. I'm not about to. Hold on, let me start this car.
I'm a mystery. Oh, man. All right, so shalom.